Welcome back to the Integrated Media Center here on the campus of Geneva College. I'm Chris Matthews, the Sports Information Director, and today we're joined by the Women's Student Athlete of the Week, pretty familiar face, Haley Sainato, senior from the softball team. You finished a pretty strong week last week. I think you were over 500. You had, in batting average, you had 7 RBIs, or 4 RBIs, 7 runs, I don't know, 7 stolen bases, including your 100th career stolen base. So that is pretty impressive for someone in softball to reach that number. You've long since set the school record. So good week on that. Thanks for stopping by for just a minute. Since it's your first time with us this year, remind us how you ended up picking Geneva College.
So Geneva has been on my radar just because it's close. And I know that because it's close, my family will be able to come to the games, which is really important. So that played a big role.
Yeah, so it's your senior season. Kind of, do you have different expectations, both as an individual, as a team, knowing this is going to be your last year playing?
I think individually, I just want, like you said about the stolen bases, I want to push myself and set as many records, I guess, as I can. So the stolen bases, that was a big thing. As a team, I just want to be successful. I want to have a good time. I think right now, being a senior, it's all about my experience and just knowing that I'm leaving with a good senior year experience.
Yeah, and make back to PAC playoffs would be a nice thing as well.
Definitely.
So tell us about your approach at the plate. You're not really a big home run hitter. So kind of when you step into the box, what are you thinking? Are you looking at certain defenders, that sort of thing?
So I am definitely looking at the infield to see if they're playing me in, which they usually are. And so I would say my approach is just to put the ball on the ground or hit it right over their heads. Like you said, I'm not a home run hitter. So just little pokes here and there to get me on base because there are big hitters that come after me. So I know if I can just get on base, then eventually I'll score a run.
Yes, and oftentimes when you get on base, it turns into a double or a triple by the time you steal. So once you're on base, as we've said already, you're a very prolific base stealer. What are you looking for? Are you just sort of assumed you're going to steal? Are you waiting for a sign from Coach Zanuck? Kind of how does that go?
So I'm watching the catcher before the game to see how their arms are. And depending on the pitcher, like if they throw a changeup and it's really slow, then I kind of have the initiative to go because by the time the catcher gets it, I'll probably be there. Coach gives me the sign. Depending on the situation, if we're losing, he definitely wants me in scoring position. If we're winning, the pitcher is gonna throw a few more pitches to the batter, and the batter's kind of just gonna hang out and see what they can do before I take off.
I got you. So when you get to second, are you thinking go ahead and steal third as well? Or you wait for Coach Zanuck to give you a sign, or kind of?
He usually doesn't have me steal third. I mean, some scenarios he will, but I can pretty much make it from second to home, the same as if I could make it from third to home, he says. So.
True, I got you. So this is your last semester at college. Kind of, what are your thoughts? You're graduating here in, 3, 4, 5 weeks? I lose track of how much longer. Well, what are your thoughts about what you're going to do after you graduate?
It's kind of up in the air, honestly. I have a very supportive family, so I know that I can go back home and kind of take my time looking and know that I don't have to, move out right away or anything. But, I'm not 100% sure, honestly.
Gotcha. Thinking of staying mainly in this area, though, most likely?
For now.
Yeah,
for now.
All right. Final 4 time, 4 quick questions.
Okay.
Just give me the first thing that pops to the top of your head. Obviously, you're good at softball. Did you play any other sports growing up?
I was a cheerleader.
Cheerleading, all right.
My whole life.
Cheerleading, softball, those were kind of the two things that you did. All right.
Yep.
Did you know it was your 100th steal?
No.
Really?
I didn't.
Oh,
I had no idea.
Good for you. Favorite place to eat after a game, like when you're traveling and you're on the road and you got to come back?
Boy.
Is there? You're a senior now. You get to pick, right? Don't seniors?
I would say Chipotle. Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Those are pretty
Two
good.
of my top ones.
And then lastly, what is bedtime? What time do you shoot to get to bed each night? Do you have a set time? Probably varies a little bit, but
yeah, I would say once 9:30 rolls around, I'm like, okay, I gotta shut it down.
That's like old people age.
I know.
When you get to that age.
Comes with age.
I know. You're wiser. Probably getting a good night of sleep. All right. Well, again, congrats on a good week, and hopefully softball can make it back to the playoffs. I know Coach Zanuck and Coach Fee would be all about that as well.
Oh, yeah.
So. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by for just a minute. That will do it for this edition of the Student Athlete of the Week. I'm Chris Matthews, joined today by Haley Sainato. Until next time, storm on.